So today I'm going to be filming a tutorial on the everyday smoky eye that I myself wear. It is a little bold for people who do like to wear quite a bit of makeup. I'm going to try and tone down how many eyeshadows I'm using, but again, like, I like to wear a lot of makeup, especially around the eyes. I feel like that's my best facial feature is my eyes, and I really like to accentuate them. So if you want to find out how to use the Maybelline Nudes palette as an everyday smoky eye, then continue watching. So I'm going to try and pull back the front of my hair a little bit. I don't have any clips on me, could not find any, so I'm just going to use a tiny little elastic because who needs a big scrunchie for that? I prefer scrunchies though, I feel like they hold your hair better in place. My mirror is over there, so if I look over there, it's just the mirror. That back. I always feel like I kind of look like a dinosaur too, like when little things pop up. Okay. Pull that back. First thing we're going to do is prime our face. I've already moisturized my face, which is very important. The most important thing about wearing makeup is what your face looks out without it. So, looks like without it. I messed up there. Oh, this is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish Primer. It increases foundation wear for up to 8 hours. You could also wear it over top of makeup, which I find, like, if you have a really creasy concealer, it kind of helps smooth things out. So we're just going to take a glob of that. I do use quite a bit, but that's just my preference. You really don't need this much. We're just going to put that all over. Concentrate it most where you feel like your makeup wears longer. So for me, like my cheeks if I'm on the phone, or especially around my nose and underneath my eye where your pores are really prominent. We're going to use, or I'm going to use really, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation in the shade W12. And that is Porcelain Light Ivory. We're also going to use this little sponge. It's like a knockoff of the Beauty Blender by Kiro, but I really love it. I really don't think it would be any better or worse than the Beauty Blender. I think it's just the same, and it was only $5. And then I like to use 2 pumps and go across the whole bottom of my face, and then use 1 pump for my forehead. So, that, and my foundation doesn't match my face, but it does match my neck because I am 2 different colors. Okay, so we're just gonna run that all over. Here's down under here, just blend it everywhere. And then I like to do my contour, then my concealer, so we're gonna do that. So for contour, because I have a very round face, I like to have a bit of a shape, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 130. And I like that this is shine free because you should never have a shiny contour. Never, because no natural shadow is, well, glittery. To our nose. We're a little along our bottom jawline. Okay, and just a little here. And I do wear quite a bit of contour. And then we're going to take an angled brush, any angled brush, it really doesn't matter. I think I got mine at Claire's. It came in like a set. And we're just going to blend that out as much as we can. I have blended all my contour, as you can see, just no more weird lines on my face. And now we're going to move on to concealer. I'm going to use 2 Maybelline concealers. I'm going to use the Instant Age Rewind for Dark Circle Eraser. And I'm also going to use the Super Stay 24 Hour because this one kind of brightens up your under eye. Run a little down our noses, up into a triangle on our forehead, a little on chin, cupid's bow. I like to go right here too. My cheeks are always really red, so I try and fight against the redness as much as I can. Gonna add a little bit more of the Super Stay. They are very similar in color. I just like the way this one kind of starts off yellow and then it goes to a bit of a white. Ooh, a little too much on that side. fix that. Alright, and then we're going to go back in with our little spongy. We're going to just dab at that all over. Trick for getting it super into your eyes, just to look up. Just pulling that up into our hairline as well. A little bit on the temple. I do go over top of my eye. That's just me. I don't know why. I just feel like it evens out the color better. Some blush. So, for blush, I have the Maybelline New York Dream Fancy Blush. It is in the color 40 Pink Plum. I feel like it just complements my contour and my skin color. And we're gonna go in with the BH Cosmetics brush. It doesn't have a number on it, but it's their angle brush from their 15-piece set. Just gonna run that through. It does take, like, it's hard to get the product onto the brush. I do like to go a bit more across than with the contour. Like, I like to go across and blend in towards the contour. That's why we do our contour up and our blush across. Together with the BH Cosmetics from the same kit, the 15-piece kit. They're in rose gold, by the way, just the big powder brush that came with it. Just gonna run that over, making sure it's all tied together. Going back in with our sponge, making sure no blush went anywhere that it wasn't supposed to. Next, I like to do my eyebrows, because once we have our stuff in, I'm not running brushes over my face where I can smear them. I don't think it matters where you start with your brows. I do like to start with the tail a little bit, because I do end up playing with it quite a bit. And your little tail here should sort of line up with the end here. So when you start to fill in here, it shouldn't be like one side's longer than the other in a big way. Like, of course it's always going to be not exact, because nobody's sitting there with a freaking ruler trying to line it up. But I just think it looks better when it's like that. Also, I'm using the angled brush from the BH Cosmetics set, same set, the rose gold 15-piece. I love rose gold. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be using is the eyeshadow base. Doesn't say a color that I can find. We're just going to use a little bit, because it is very pigmented. Like, very strong color-wise. That with a little mirror. Put a little dab in the middle, each eyelid. We're just going to blend it out using our ring finger. Just trying to put that anywhere that you know you'll have eyeshadow. Going to be going in with our Maybelline's palette. The first color we're going to be starting with is the light gray right here. It's like a taupey gray as well, so it's got a bit of brown in it. And I'm going to be using the smaller fluffy brush from the same 15-piece rose gold set. We're just going to take a little on our brush, tap off the excess, and go into our crease all the way. So, starting lightly in windshield wiper motions, and then you can start kind of putting more pressure and blending that into our crease. Then we're going to be taking the same brush and going in with the darker brown. Dark brown, but like a shade darker than the one we just used, but it's got more brown in it than it does gray. from the next color with the same brush again. I'm going to use the goldy brown right here. It's not the darkest, well, it's a pretty dark brown, but I don't think it's the darkest. Again, starting lightly. We're only going to go 3/4 of the way. Not all the way into the crease, but 3/4. Blending into the outer V. I still have a good shaped outer V. Okay, and it does look pretty dark, but we're going to blend it all out with a clean brush. Same for the other eye. 3/4 of the way. It looks a little funny right now. Then we're going to take the big fluffy blending brush from the same set, from BH Cosmetics. We're going to blend all of this everywhere so that it's seamless. Little circular buffing motions. If one side seems a little darker than the other, just go back in with that brush. No new product on it, just whatever's left and add a little bit more. Then we're going to take the pencil brush from the same set. We're going to go in with this color down here. We're just going to put that in the outer V. So just right here. This one we're only going to go 1/4 of the way in. Same for the other eye. Going back in the big fluffy brush and blending that inwards in little circular buffing motions. And then we're going to add this color down here, the little gold. I use gold because, well, it looks the best with my eyes, which are blue, but you can use, oh gosh, whatever color you want, really. Go in from the inner corner and about halfway. So just to where we kind of left our eye nude. Just using a flat shadow brush from the same thing, just the smaller one, not the smallest one, but the smaller of the flat shadow brushes. You could also use your finger. Alright, then we're going to do some eyeliner. You could also add a bit of a highlight, which is this color right here. Go in with the same brush and just go in and you're just going to do the inner corner, so right here, and right underneath your brow. So we're just going to dip that in there and we're going to create a tiny winged liner. So as tight to the lash line as you can get, and just wing it out a little bit. The other eye. And just the same as before, keeping as close as we can to the lash line, then going from the end up and out, and then following with a straight line across. Smoking out our lower lash line. Okay. And then we're going to do the inner corner though with the gold. Same brush, but gold. Just like so. Now for mascara. First we're going to curl our eyelashes. And we're just going to clean up underneath with the same little sponge that we used for our foundation. And then onto lips. And I'm going to be using the Rimmel London Kate lipstick in the color 101. That is Rosetto. It's just a little pinky nude and I'm running out. Just gonna go there. I'm not even lining my lips. I usually don't. And I like the nudes, but you could also do a red lip if you'd like. And that is it. We are done. Alright, so this is the finished look. It's pretty heavy, but it's what I like. If you want to see more tutorials, subscribe and comment down below. Also, like the video if you liked it. And I hope to talk to you again soon.